Good morning, everybody. And good morning, class 4. This is your EVS class, and we have completed little bit of the chapter. In this chapter, going to school, we all are discussing about the students who go to school. Even they are having lots of problem, they are having lots of difficulties, even crossing those difficulties they are going to school. So the chapter is going to school. Going to school. So we are going to school. Instead we are having lots of difficulty, but even then we are going to school. So we have discussed about the students who are coming to school by bicycle. In Gujarat, people use some common vehicle like jugat, and in some other places we use different kind of vehicles for going to school. So in this case, and in this regard, today we will discuss few more options of going to school, that is এটা ফার, আমি এখন ফার নিচ্ছি, আপনি পাইনটা নিন, ওইখানে আছে পাইন স্যার, লগ ইন করা আছে ওইটাতে। আচ্ছা, সো মুভিং অন দ্য স্নো, সি হাউ উই রিচ টু দ্য স্কুল। There is page number 8. See page number 8. Few students who live in the jungle, that means the Adivasi, or you can say the tribal students, they also come to the school instead of having their lots of difficulties. So when they are coming to school, when they go to school, they have to across the jungle or they have to across the forest. For crossing the forest, they have to get lots of difficulty, because when you are going through the jungle, you can hear lots of sounds, maybe of scary animals, and maybe of some birds. So it is given here, we have to go through a thick forest to reach school. At some places it is so thick that even the sunlight is not being there. That means those areas are actually very dense forest, where even the sunlight is not reaching on the land, and it is also very silent there. You can hear the sound of some different birds and only few dead creatures. So this is the way the students who live in the jungle, they go to their school, isn't it? So have you ever been in a thick jungle of any such place? Students, have you seen any jungle? Very good, you have done the homework. Saurish, very nicely you have done. Now tell me, yes, whatever you have watched there, maybe when you are visiting the jungle, that means in safari or somewhere place where your parents must be there or some of your friends must be there. So when we are in a group, that time we don't feel scary and we don't feel any kind of problem going through the jungle when we are in a group, isn't it? But when we are alone at all, and that time we have to cross the jungle, that time we can feel very scary. Sometimes we become very we become fearful, isn't it? Because maybe some dangerous animal can attack us. And yeah, Sundarban is a very good place. I hope you have seen the Royal Bengal tiger. So it is also a very beautiful place, but there are so many safaris are there in Assam, in Rajasthan, in Gujarat, there are jungle safaris are there. So the people also go those places for visiting there, and they can see different kind of animal. Even in the Assam, there is a safari where you can see the one horn rhino. Okay, so here we are discussing, but when we are going to visit some place, that time maybe we are in a group of students or group of family members, that time we don't feel the fear. But a student who is going to school all alone, that time when he is seeing and hearing the scary sound of some dreadful animal, or feeling the sounds of some kind of birds, and there are some beautiful places also, flowers are blooming all over, the trees are there, so cool breeze is here, some beautiful sounds, and some very audible and melodious sound we can hear of some kind of bird. So it is also a very beautiful place, as well as it is a very dangerous place, isn't it? Because maybe a snake can come. So, but although these difficulties are there, even then students go to their school by facing all these humdrums, by facing all these struggles, even they are able to go to their school by crossing all these bars, isn't it? Isn't it difficult? Yes. Now, second question, have ever you experienced in your notebook, so that we will write later on, and tell me, can you recognize some birds by their sound? Can you recognize some birds' sound? Which birds? Can you write 1 and 2 name? Can you recognize? Snehanjana, maybe your net problem, because other persons are hearing me. Yes? Anybody can write? Okay. Few common birds we can recognize by their sound, like nightingale is there, cuckoo is there, and yes, cuckoo is there, nightingale is there, koel is there, and even the jungle crow or the jungly crow, we can recognize the crowing voice of that bird. So parrot is there. There are so many birds, we can recognize them by their sound. Okay, some sounds are very common. And I will request you that please, please mute your speaker when you are opening your speaker. It makes a difficulty for all students, because they all are unable to hear. So just for your one deed, everybody is suffering. I don't think a student can be so adamant to just disturb other students. So please mute your speaker, and so that all the students can hear the sound very well. Okay. Now, next one is, we will see, there is another place by which the student has to go, that is moving on the snow. See how they reach to the school. The students who live in the mountainous region, and in few months, like in winters, December, January, these mountains are covered with snow. And that time snow is so strong that it is very skiddy and slippery. So when the students are moving, crossing the snow, they can be skid themselves, and sometimes it is happen, the superficial layer or the upper layer of the snow is very strong, but the lower portion of the snow is full of water, and there is no, that is not so strong, the shallow covering of the snow can be seen. So when a single person crosses those area, that person can sink down inside the water. and that it is very difficult for that person to come out or come up from that snow. So it is good for the students when they hold each other's hand and they across these snowy places by holding each other's hand. It is not difficult, not at all difficult for them, and it is very nice for them to crosses those type of area, because if somebody will sing, then the others will by holding his or her hand, they can bring that person back, and that person can pull that person. Another way, if somebody is becoming skidding or slipping down, that time it can be restricted by the other student. So by this way, by holding each other hand, by helping each other, they can across the mountainous region. So in the mountainous region, they are very careful and they walk through the snow by by holding each other's hand. Now it is given here, one thing is given here, written here, moving on the snow. See how we can reach to our school. We can go to school through miles of the snow. We hold hands and walk carefully. If the snow is soft, our feet will sink into it. When the snow is frozen, we may slip and fall. So it is very, very difficult life of the students in the mountainous region. If the snow is very strong, they are making the solid strata, they can fall on it. And if the snow is not so so sticky and so frozen, that time they may fall down. Okay, so by this way they all can, this is the way they just go to their school by holding one another's hand. Okay, now the next portion it will see about the hilly regions. So except the mountains, there are some hilly regions which are also very uneven. Okay, in Uttarakhand, it is given page number 9. See, Uttarakhand, we live in the mountains. The paths are rocky and uneven. The children who live in the plains will find it difficult to walk on these, but we can easily race up and down. So, why? Any problem? Sound is coming due to some people are just opening their speaker. That's why. Okay. Here there is no sound in my class. No one is there, dear. So how the sound will come? Okay. Now this is the way in the hilly area. The path are actually very narrow path. No, they are very small path, narrow path, and the whole day long the mountains, the rocks are been broken up, and the pieces of these rocky mountains comes on the path, and they makes the hindrance, as well as the whole path is full of stones, and path is very uneven. So that is a very uneven path. In the Rocky Mountains, we can feel that uneven path. That is seen in Ajodhya Pahad, that can be seen in the Rocky Mountains of our places, where there is a plateau and rocky, like when you go to Purulia, you can see this type of hilly regions. In Uttarakhand, these type of regions are there, where path is not so even, they are uneven path. Only on the main roads, they have made it cemented. Okay. Now, now I will see which of the best month, no matter whether there is a dense forest, forms mountain and snow on the way, we manage to reach school. So it is from the children's side. All children are very much eager to know about the things, they know about their books, they wanted to know all around the world. So that is the reason for gathering knowledge. They are facing that much difficulty. They are crossing the mountain, they are crossing the river, they are crossing the difficult paths, and they are reaching to their school, they are going to their school just to gain the knowledge, just to attend the class. Understood? So, they all are going to school just to gather the knowledge. Understood? So, it doesn't matter whatever the difficulty is there, you have to attend your class, you have to attend and gain your knowledge. Isn't it? Okay. Now, Now, few questions are there in the text, and I think you have got one activity book also. So we will write the question answers of the activity book later on. At first, we will write the few questions of the textbook that you will write in your copy. Okay. So first question, as the chapter is ending over here, I'm writing question, few question of the, only one question of the chapter, the difference between the, that is the difference between bamboo bridge and cement bridge. So write it down. Bamboo and cement bridge. So write it down, bamboo and here you will write cement first difference, it is made up of bamboo sticks tied by ropes, and it is made up of cement, bricks, sand. It is made up of cement, bricks, sand and rods tied by iron ropes. Second, only only 2 to 3 persons across the bridge at a time. Here lots of persons vehicles animals cross the bridge at a time. Third difference, weak bridge, and this is a strong bridge. So, write down the differences. I am repeating the answer. Bamboo bridge, it is made up of bamboo sticks tied by ropes. Cement bridge, it is made up of cement, bricks, sand and rods tied by iron ropes. Second difference, only 2-3 persons cross the bridge at a time. Second difference of the cement bridge, lots of persons, vehicles, animals across the bridge at a time. Third one is weak bridge, and the cement bridge is a strong bridge. Okay, that's all for the day. Just write down and you go through the answer, and then maybe I will upload it in the YouTube. Okay, so up to that, goodbye, and please give your attendance so that I can see how many persons are doing the class. Thank you and have a nice day.